Let's take a look at this rational equation. Got 2 over x equals 7 over 3x plus 1. Now, solving a rational equation is pretty much the same as solving a linear equation. There's a couple of things we need to note, and so we'll mention it on one of these, and then we'll see it on some of the other ones. Remember, our first step is to get rid of our parentheses. We don't have any. Second step is to get rid of our fractions. Now, with rational equations, to get rid of our fractions, what we first have to do is we have to factor all of our denominators, if necessary. Now, these first ones are pretty straightforward. Here I got x and 3x. There's nothing to factor. Well, to figure out what the LCM is, I first start with the number, the 3. I'm looking for the greatest number of 3's in a single denominator. There's none here, there's 1 here. So greatest number of 3's in a single denominator is 1. Then I move to the x, and I'm looking for the greatest number of x's in a single denominator. There's 1 here, there's 1 here. So the greatest number of x's in a single denominator is 1. So our LCM is 3x. So multiply that times 2 over x. We'll multiply it times 7 over 3x. And we'll multiply it times the 1. When I say everything, you have to multiply it times what's separated by pluses, minuses, and equals. Well, here these x's cancel. And here these 3 x's cancel. So we're left with 3 times 2, which is 6. And here we're left with 7. And 1 times 3x gives us 3x. Now step 3. Get everything with an x on one side, numbers on the other side. So I'm going to take this 7 and move it to the right side. Remember, when you move anything across your equals, the sign changes. So the positive 7 becomes a negative 7. Now our note up at top says combine together numbers in any step. 6 minus 7 is negative 1. And step 4. Divide both sides by a number in front of your x. Well, number in front of your x is a 3, so we want to divide both sides by 3. So 3's cancel there, and we end up with x is equal to negative 1/3. Now, with rational equations, we mentioned the factoring, though we didn't have to do anything like that here, but you have to check your answers, make sure it doesn't cause any denominator to equal 0. If I put in negative 1/3 here, I don't get a 0 in denominator. If I put in negative 1/3 here, 3 times negative 1/3 gives me negative 1, so it doesn't give me a 0. So you just have to make sure they don't cause any denominator to equal 0. And that's our answer. Now, if they did cause a denominator to equal 0, then your answer would be no solution.